קראתי מההתחלה, אבא תחדש אותי לגמרי, תדליק לי את הנשמה. היי, אבא תחדש אותי לגמרי, תדליק לי את הנשמה. היי, מה שהיה, היי קראתי מההתחלה, היי, מה שהיה, היי קראתי מההתחלה, אבא תחדש אותי לגמרי, תדליק לי את הנשמה. אבא תחדש אותי לגמרי, תדליק לי את הנשמה.
ייי, שבוע טוב, אבא תחדש אותי לגמרי. Renew me all from the beginning. שבוע טוב, and this is the last day on this Chodesh Tammuz, and we are basically tomorrow celebrating the Rosh Chodesh Av, and Be'ezrat Hashem it will be Menachem Av, and it will be just מתבשר בשורות טובות. Unfortunately, we have not such a nice besorot טובות from Israel and all over around. These 3 weeks are really very, very uncomfortable. Let's put like this, very unpleasant weeks for us. And we will try to pass them, and everything in our life, I would say, Gam ze yavo. This also will pass, and we'll see better days. This is J-Root Radio, jrootradio.com, J-Root Radio Pro, and J-Root app, the new one, beautiful, and 712-432-4217, 712-432-4217, and 718-506-9099, 718-506-9099, and jrootradio.com also. So just if you right now listen to us, see us, looking at us, anyway, you find that we are still alive and we are working all the time just to keep our message to our Jewish people and to all the people in the world. This is the show of Arbat Aminim, the four of a kind, that fortunately that we are all one and we have to work together. And this is something that we have to do together. Show that promote love and peace and promote our connection with the Creator, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As usual, we're starting up with this show dedicated to Iluni Ishmat, and unfortunately we had to put a new name, Rav Michael Khalifa ben Chalo Rachel Nimni, הרב רפאל בן יהושע, רחל פולט בת אולגה, לבנה בת גרסיה, רחל בת ג'ולי, מאיר יצחק בן אברהם, דוד בן נעמי, and the baby, תינוקת אביגיל בת ליניאן. And unfortunately also, just I want to tell that I have 3 new names that just was murdered last Shabbat, slaughtered, I would say. Hashem Ikom Damam. It's Yosef Solomon, Elat Solomon, and we did the 1 second. I want to. And Chaya Solomon. This is Yosef Solomon. They were celebrating Shabbat night in their house, and the door open. Nobody's, and I don't know what to call a person that coming in with a knife and basically slaughtered her. Didn't have a chance. This 18 years old. To call him animal is insult to the animals, a creature that coming from the other side of the devil. And this is by the name of their God. Hashem Ikom Damam. The mother of the family, I would say, in a critical condition, but stabilized in the hospital. The other kids one of the mother, the mother that it was like this, father, a mother, basically a grandfather and a grandmother, and aunt, and a son and his wife and his children celebrate they're coming over there to the house of the grandpa just to celebrate the new grandson. Somehow the mother with the two kids went up and hiding up and she called the police. The neighbor heard the screaming over there. He went over there and I don't know again. I don't know why. What happened to him? He shoot this terrorist, this creature, the devil. He shoot him in the stomach. I don't know why in the stomach. Really, I don't understand this, but okay, they did it. And today was the funeral over there. This is not the first time, and I hope it is the last time. But with the atmosphere around the world, and I never heard from the world nothing, not condemnation, nothing. Just talking about things about usual. And this is the world that we're living right now, world of savages and people that take the name of their God to kill, to murder, to establish terror and fear and all over the place. Yes, it's tough. It's tough to talk about it. You know, I know this is like something that every time that I see the pictures and you know, what from this, you know, from the site over there, full of blood. Take me back to my childhood. Take me back to the beginning of, you know, all the history of our life. You know, that to see this picture again and again and again, bloodshed, blood, you know, with mm, people that they don't, I don't know, creatures that they don't have any mercy, don't have any feeling to human. No, to other, I would say that even to a dog you don't do it. But okay, this is something that it's not acceptable. It doesn't seem, and this is a calling to those liberal, the people thinking that they know something about their life, that feel sorry about this kind of victim. Where we are, were you when your decision of the United States of United Nations that decided that Hebron is not the city of Jew. It's heritage for the Palestinians. Where you are over there, you're talking about erasing history, talking about things that you know it's not acceptable in the human that, and you just hiding yourself behind the beauty and fairness. What kind of fairness you're talking about? What kind of beauty that you see this kind of animals, this kind of savages, people coming and take a knife and slaughtered all the person, and it's amazing. If they have the baby over there with slaughtering this, we know this. We faced it last year, a few years ago, with and Hashem will come all the rest of this. I remember myself looking at the picture. I think I was 3, 4 years old. I saw the bus that was slaughtered, not with a gun, not with the knives. People was slaughtered, just cutting up pieces by pieces, like enjoy. And I see also the not long ago the picture of this creature that it's killing his enemy, his brother, killing his Muslim brother, and open his chest and take his heart and eating in front of the camera. And this is the creature, and the wall is such a nice, beautiful people, such a merciful people that picking this murderer and put him in the houses. To look what happened in Europe. Look what happened in Syria. Israel won't be like this, and I'm telling you right now. And this, and I, hopefully, and I believe that America has not been. Even the previous president wanted to do like this. I hope that this president will stand up the pressure of the media, the pressure of the liberal, the pressure of the leftists that want to basically turn this world to a zoo in the name of the beauty and fairness. What kind of names? What kind of this? Take out yourself outside and look around you. Our people are you are normal, and you feel sorry that our Chachamim, our sages said all from day one, and when we know this, that we have, uh, I would say, don't feel sorry on the cruel, because it will come back to you as a feedback, and if I, and this is will be like backfire on you, and this is what we're seeing all the time. And I called to all my friends, and I was one of them. I was one of these guys that demonstrate for peace and love, and running over there and in front of the Knesset, in front of the Ben Yehuda. I know this. Thanks God, I opened my eyes. I know Kadosh Baruch Hu opened my eyes to see the truth, to find they said that a worker that worked for me like 4 years, the guy was used to live in my house, eating with me, sleeping with us, and everything. He told me blank, direct, you have to die. I asked him why, Yusuf, why I have to die? I said because you are Jewish. Our Imam said it, but I told him, listen, I don't understand this. You eat with me, you're drinking with me, you celebrate praise the birthdays by your village. It doesn't matter. You have to die. And I got to receive this week some kind of message that is really something that amazing to see. And one guy that highly uh, involved with the so-called Palestinians-Israeli conflict, one of the supporters, the liberals, the lefties, one of these guy of the BDS, he spoke with his friend from Gaza and asked him, tell me, what are you going to do when you coming to Israel? And he said that this guy said with blank straight, without any problem, we're going to kill you. So I told him, Muhammad, why you have to kill me? I help you all the time. And he answered him, and this is really stunning. Him, you are the first one that betrayed your nation, and we don't like traitors. I hope that we get it, put it in our head about it. This is something that really it has to go penetrate. We have history of, I would say, about 4,000 years of single nation that coming and stay alone against all the odds and not mix up. Yes, we had a simulation. We're losing every day. I would say about between 70 to 80%, but we're still staying a Jewish nation that don't bend to no place, nowhere, and this is all about to be a Jewish. Don't move from our value. Don't move the Torah Kedosha, the Holy Bible, because this is our life. This is our life. We cannot even just thinking about going to another direction, because in the minute we go into another direction, God is basically giving us the slap in the face. And this is what it take me now to the current event in Israel, the last 2 weeks basically. Again, it's beginning of this three weeks. In Israel, it was like a big dilemma right now, and a big demonstration about the adoption for the same gender couples. They want to adopt children. And now, according all the professional people, this is not good for the kids, and it doesn't give them the right balance, and it's not fair for the adopted kid to be raised in this kind of families. And it's leading to a huge demonstration and closing streets in Tel Aviv But in the same times, what happened? And it's not coincidence. It's really not coincidence. Two policemen in in Arbeit in temple, the temple, mountain temple, and was murdered by gun by an Israeli Arab, and this is open again. All the wounds over the Israeli government decided to put over there for the security of the Arabs people. Put over there spatial detectors, metal detectors, like every place in Israel, like in the Kotel Ma'aravi, the Wailing Wall, like any movie theater, you have this kind of that. But till now, they didn't have I would say to put it, the guts to put it. Now they decided to put it over there, and it's leading to a huge, huge problem, and basically a power game between the Palestinian, so-called Palestinian Authority, and the Waqf and the Arab worlds, and all the Muslim around it, even the smart uh, dictator Erdogan himself just opened his a big mouth again, 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 and again. The guy that don't know what is mean human rights and don't know what is to be uh, fair and just open his mouth. But this is the hypocrisy of the people of so-called people, hypocrisy of the world. So now I'm looking at this, and it's like midah keneged midah. Yes, God tell us, my children, you want to live your life as liberal, free, and that I wouldn't let it in my house. I will destroy it, and that's what happened. Right now, it's started up with demonstration, and so many wounded, so many people now in Jerusalem, and leading to this murder of this family. Amazing. Just it's a wake up call to us. And again, the call to this all the people. You want to live your life, do whatever you want. Nobody telling you what to do. Not in Israel. Like you take a hike, go to another place, go to Israel is the land that we have, the land, the promised land. But it's a very conditional. We have a condition about Israel. Are we using the Torah, the Bible, as the command and the government, the thing that will give us the right to stay in Israel, or we just decided no, we don't. We calling ourselves so-called Jewish, but we don't have nothing to do with our heritage, with our laws, without nothing. You know, in the 17 Tammuz, 17 Tammuz, this is a fast day for all of us. And the Kotel Ma'aravi was packed up, loaded. I got the video. I saw it online. How people was over there crying and singing and all complete. Participate with the pain of our destruction of the temple that happened 2,000 years ago. But we feel it every day, every single moment. We feel the destruction because it's not built again. And the other side of the Kotel, that was a big, big argument about it, supposed to be the conservatives and reform place to praying, was empty. Empty. Not even a single person was over there. And you ask yourself, why you did this? Why this liberal, reform, conservatives fight in the Supreme Court of Israel and trying to make like people, to plant a seed of hate in between us. Not even coming and the one of the sad day to pray next to our the temple that's supposed to be. And this shows us that this all everything is hypocrisy for all this kind that call themselves Jewish, reform, liberal, and this is not working. It's not working. You can convince yourself to you lie to who? You lie to your children and your grandchildren because, believe me, I don't think that your children and grandchildren will stay Jewish. All the numbers show that basically the reform movement had about 78% of assimilation, that people married other nation. And I don't care about it. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. You can go to Timbuktu and stay over there. But don't say that you are Jewish because you are not. Maybe you're born Jews. And a matter of being to be a Jewish, you have to fulfill the laws of the Jewish. You cannot erase the Bible that giving us by the divine information book. You cannot erase it and make you new Bible. So call yourself another new. You can say call yourself whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Don't call yourself Jews. The door is open. Fortunately, we have a lot of non-Jewish people that realize the truth, that working with the truth, and become Jews, and feel it. Unfortunately, between us right now, and I hate to talk about this in these 3 weeks, that really that we have to promote only love and peace between us. But we have to talk about it. We really have to put it on the table and say, enough, it's enough. You're going and you snitch on a Jewish neighbor, you snitch on other people. And you call yourself a Jew? Come on. You're going to the BDS and you go to I know that people are upset about what I'm saying. I know this. I got the feedback. But we have to say it. A person that call himself, is supporting same marriages, gender marriages. He cannot be a Jew because it's written in the Bible. That and written in the Bible, Shomer Shabbat, about Shabbat, that if you are disgrace Shabbat, your punishment is death. What are we crazy? Are we believe or not? That's the number one. And I want to tell you, I got some statistic here, and I really try to find it. Hopefully, the statistic is saying like about the basically the reform and it's more from conservative people, and let me just try to find it right now. Hopefully, I find it soon. Talking about numbers, that about I think 80% of the reform. Let me just see, where is it? 1 second. Yes, okay. Well, I don't find it right now. I'll find it soon. Be'ezat Hashem. Okay. It's like this. And this is the statistic. 59% of the reform going to work in Yom Kippur, the holiest holy days of the Jewish nation. 59%. 68% from the reform not lighting and candle Shabbat. 50% of the reform not lighting Hanukkah candles. 44% not celebrating the Pesach. 88% from the reform is eating chametz in Pesach. eating bread in Pesach. 40% of the Reform don't eat matzot in Pesach. 40%. Uh, 60% from Chogegim and that celebrate the Christmas. 60%, wow. 50% of the Reform celebrate Pascha, the Christian Pascha. 30% is more than the Pesach, our Pesach. It's ridiculous. 30% of the Reform don't see that the this what do you call it, the revival of Judaism as as a value, as needed one. 25% from is not doing a brit milah to the children. 20% from the reform doesn't believe, the rabbis, so-called rabbis reforms, doesn't believe in God. 73% of the reform not feeling any closeness to Israel, to the state of Israel. 70%. 70% from the reform not celebrate bar mitzvah to the children. 65% of the reform are assimilation. This is a little bit small number. 80% from reform is basically agree on the nuclear agreement between Iran, and 20% of them support the BDS. And the question here is, if you give them the Kotel Maravi, what kind of right of this, as any right on the Kotel Maravi or any place in Israel, anything, and any rights to be a Jewish? That's my also a question, And what we're saying, and that's, I say that we have here also. I want to see if it's here. Okay. Anyway, so this I think that I'm clear, so clear about my point of view, that we are really have to take ourselves and talking about this seriously. Don't I know that some kind of people talking about be nice and דרכי נועם, be gentle with the people. Why to tell them the truth? Why don't do it slowly? It's not working, and you know this. 2 weeks ago, I don't know if I spoke about it. I got a text from a lady who wrote it, the text, and she wrote like this: I am 4 years so-called Balat Tshuva. Let me try it again. The text, I want to read it. Ay, ay. Okay, I when I used to drive to, I don't want to mention the shul on Shabbat, the rabbi never said anything, even one Shabbat, anything, ever. Okay? One Shabbat, the rabbi's 4 years old son asked me, why do you drive on Shabbos? It's not allowed. Don't do don't do it anymore. This the boy said, the 4 years old. I said, you are right, and never drove again on Shabbos. Of course, this is talking about the lecture anyway. The lecture of Rabbi Mizrahi, and helped a lot. It's a shame. And now let's continue of this text, and I jump over some details. It's a shame that a little boy tell me the truth when his father couldn't. I asked him to talk to his father about all the people driving in the shul on Shabbos, but the rabbis, so-called rabbis, never said anything to anyone. And really, it's something that we have to address it. We're hiding behind, selfish. And I can understand this so-called rabbi that's sitting over there behind his desk in the in the front of the community, and he need them. He need them because he need the money, he need the job, he need everything. And this in this parasha, lo tachnifu. Don't smear other people. Don't say nice word to other people that they not deserve it. Tell them the truth. Because this is something that's so important to our life, to our children. When you are just run away from the truth and trying to be nice and trying to do something that it's not belong to the Yiddishkeit, you're just getting it in a feedback. You know, we spoke so many times about these so-called rabbi in London that the guy decided this promote the same marriages, same gender marriages, or talking about that the Torah, that the laws of Torah is old and misty. In his word, are we allowed to be quiet? How these people knows what is all about to be a Jewish person? This is a suicide from us, not to talk. And I know that again, I know that some people upset that I'm talking about it. When I spoke about uh, Trump daughter, and I said, if you have any connection with her, just tell her that as a Jewish person, she has a little bit, obligation to dress a little bit royally. And so I got a phone call. So why you talk it like this? Why you tell her you promote hate? I don't promote it. The Queen Elizabeth dressed the most moderate, and beautiful as a royal family. And I see that the Trump wife dress unbelievable, royal. So why you cannot tell other people dress royal? You don't have to be naked. You don't have to be this. This is a part of the Jewish heritage. If you see pictures and the history, and you look on the history of the textile all over the world or the fashion, you see that the Jewish nation was always exception from the outer dress. The time that the most of the tribes and the nation around us was naked, was barely wearing, the Jewish lady was always dressed properly as a royal family. And this is we have to talk about it. We don't have to imitate nobody. Did you try to think like pop stars always taking up and trying to be unique with their the style of dressing and style of the hairstyle, and what are you doing? Like the Mohicans and spikes and all this kind to be unique. And after, did you try? Did you find any rock star that imitate a Jewish hairstyle, pairs, and no? And why? It's too early. It cannot stick with the tuma. It cannot stick with the sin world. The holiness cannot hold over there. It cannot. They cannot grab it. It's too strong for them. And this I tell to my children. I tell to everybody. Try to think about it deep. Why is not, you see Mohicans and you see this kind of Afro and all this kind of other places. You see that even the guy that I imitated Kenya earring. This from the tribe. I don't just write them. It's out of my head. With big hole in the ear and put around the neck some kind of torches, only to imitate to the people do spikes, but nobody tried to imitate a Jewish. Why? It's too early. I don't think that they can even just think about it. Yes. The thing that I'm talking really from my art, because it's very important to us as J-Root Radio and to the Jewish people to talk about it and put it on the table, put it talking direct to all of us, to ourselves. I'm talking to myself most of the time. And to see where we're going, where we're heading, and what kind of future we are going to do to give to our children. What kind of value? The value of hypocritism, value that it's double standard, that, oh, it's nice, and behind the back they're talking about. This is not allowed. We're not allowed to do this. You know, in this Torah segment, talking about the border of Israel, and mention over there the Sea of the Galilee, Kinneret, and the Dead Sea, Yam HaMelach. Well, it's a well-known question, and I want to quote Rabbi Chaim Shmulevitz, Zichrono Livracha. And it's amazing, beautiful concept. And he asked, the Kinneret, the Sea of Galilee, and the Dead Sea are basically getting the same water, the same sources from the Jordan River and other river that basically coming. Why the Kinneret, the Sea of the Galilee, are sweet water, and the Dead Sea, its name, Dead Sea, salty, bitter, and you cannot even live over there. And his answer was stunning, and I said, I heard it last week in the radio, sorry, and I have to repeat it. I have to repeat it because it's really something so deep concept about it. He said like this: the Sea of the Galilee. If you know the map, you know how there's the Sea of Galilee getting the water, and basically continue in the north. They get the water from the north, and give water from the south. And if this water continue go with the Jordan River to the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea, it's only getting. And they said this is like our life. It's our characteristic. A person that knows to give and get and give is always optimistic, sweeter, and livelihood. A person that knows only to take is a bitter and a miserable person. And it's so beautiful. I really, it's amazing to think about it. That look our life. Look our life. The people that don't know how to take, how to give, and they only want give me, give me, give me. And bitters create death. Nobody can live around them. And they're really miserable people. And besides this, as we know, the Yam HaMelach, the Dead Sea is always down, 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 the lowest, one of the lowest point of the earth. Negative 400 meters, something like this, below the sea level. So, to our lesson, to our education, if you want to be positive, pick yourself, lift up yourself, even it's tough, even if you have a lot of salty and bitterness of life, and give, release. So, when you release also your bitterness, you release your salty, you release on this, and you see that you give a life to another people, another stuff. This is the beauty about understanding what is love. Because, sorry, because if we look at our life and trying to think what is love, and we see, I'm not talking about the movie Romeo and Juliet stories, love. This is not love. What is really love? And you see that we don't have any reason to love our children. And this is all true. We don't have any reason to love our baby boy, a baby come to this world is basically is a taker. Is always crying, doesn't let you sleep. You have to change his diaper. You have to give him food to the right. It's work, and it's work, and it's work, and it's work, and again and again. And you're running after him, treatment, run to the doctors, oh, whatever, until he start getting up. And then he got up, he become a little bit a young person. Again, you have to supply his needs. You have to send him to schools, tuition, clothing. And then they come to the marriage, and then they go start supply the marriage. Everything is like giving and giving, giving, and the person just taking and taking and taking. What reason to love him? And there's the secret. The giving is the love. Giving is love. And this is create love. This is a create love and create the important of our life. We are not alone. We are not alone in this blue marble, the beautiful blue marble that God gave us, to the human, to make our decision here, to live our life, but with choice, a free choice. Are you doing it good or bad? Are you follow the instruction or not follow the instruction? Because in the end of the world, in the end, after 120 years, we will have to give the report to the same creator that gave us the soul and the body. And, unfortunately, some creatures had some kind of fantasy that the second world is basically pornography. That the Olam Haba is physical pleasures. This is so ridiculous, you have to be dumb and stupid, whatever you call, and to believe in this kind of this, because we are in this world, the physical world, are trying to, and their leaders are promised them, and I ask so many times that these people, these leaders, what happened to this a girl that as she's shahidit, this kill herself to kill other people. What happened to her? Is she's going to get a 70? 70 what? This is something that is not work. It's not. It's something that you don't understand. But I don't mind this. This is really foolishness, and I'm talking about to us, to the Jewish people. Check our religious. Check it, because God is demand from you not to believe. God demand from you to know Him, to see the evidence, to see everything that around us, and love Him. And I had a conversation in last Shabbat with a person. How can I love Him? I don't see Him. I don't feel. I said, this is the thing that you don't see. You look at your finger, look at your hand, look at the palm. You can move your finger. You can just need. Look at your wife. Look at your children. Look what they have. And you have to love Him, because it's He giving us all the time, everything. And many times, most of the time, we don't understand what He's giving us, because it seems obvious. And if something bad happened to us, so-called bad, something happened to us, we're just jumping over why you did it to me? And we don't understand that this is for our benefit. All these things, that trial. I cannot even just express my feeling when I reading stories after stories about these people that was in the Holocaust, in the Inquisition, and all these programs that killing them and tortures a Jewish, and we stay the same. We stay the same. We didn't, some of us, yes, lost it, and I don't blame them. I cannot. I tell the story about a, a family that basically was exiled from Spain, and they went on a boat, on a shaky boat. Basically, what happened to the many refugees right now in the Mediterranean that's running away to the Europe. But this really refugees was depend on the captain, and a mean captain that took the money, and they used to do it like this to the Jewish: take a boat, take the money, and after becoming the ocean, either throw them to the ocean or just put them in a deserted island without nothing. And that's what happened to this family. I think it was a family with uh, three kids, husband and a wife. And after the captain threw them in a deserted island, no drink, no water. The wife passed away. The son passed away. Another son passed away. And the husband is walking, trying to find something. And he left a note over there. God, I know that everything is for good. I know that you try me. You kill my wife. I lost my wife. I lost my children. But I'm not going to lose my faith on you. And it's not one. And it's not two. It's a millions of us. It's a million of us that knows, and a million of us that gave the life in order to stage you and stick in our belief and our Torah Kedosha. These 3 weeks that almost, we have another week to hopefully that we don't have to fast Tisha B'Av, and we be מתבשר בשורות טובות that Mashiach David is here. But really, we have to consider, take upon ourselves certain small stuff, to be a nicer, to trust more Jewish, to be truthful for ourselves, to look at the mirror and said, I'm trying to do the best according to our laws, according to Shulchan Aruch. The books of laws of the Jewish basically simplified it and give us the order, daily order from the morning to the night, coming to be a Jewish person. And to be a Jewish person, I mentioned it so many times. It's basically, in Hebrew we said shlita atzmit and self-discipline. You cannot do whatever you want. You cannot do what you think about. Many times, just you have to follow the instruction. And this is again leading me back to the army, to the military, to the SEAL, to the Navy SEAL, that many times, if you want to get these wings, you get this beret, you want to get this, you have to follow the instruction. You're training, you kill yourself in a training in order to be a better soldier, a warrior. And this is our life as a Jewish. We are warrior of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We are the royal family. We gave to this world so much. And yes, we're getting spit on the face. We got a spit of face that the UNESCO just declare that Yerushalayim and Hebron is basically a Palestinian heritage. That the Palestinian doesn't have any more history than 80 years in Israel. Maybe 100 years. Most of the Palestinians come from Egypt, from Syria, from Jordan. Most of them because the Israel, and you can see numbers. It's you can open the book. Beside this, we know that the Jewish people lived in Israel along in the last 4,000 years. And you cannot take it from us. But if we take it from us, so everybody can take it from us. And this is that I would say the smack in the face for this all the liberal and all the reforms and conservatives that saying, oh, it's such a nice, give them, give them. You give your identity up, you're going to take Akadosh Baruch Hu is going to take it from you. In the minute you say, give it, you give up on your nationality. You give up on your religious. We have to stay as strong as possible. And I know a lot of families, very nice family, that so-called Jewish, that's starting with, and then suddenly the kids marry the non-Jewish, and then the grandchildren is already finished, and that's it. No more. No more Jewish people. God wouldn't forgive. A Gaon Mevilna, the huge, when somebody told him about a guy that converted to Christianity, he basically laughed and said, you cannot change your religious. You can, because in the end, you will pay the price. You can do whatever you think, but after 120 years, you're going to pay the price and see why. And God will ask you, I put you on this blue marble as a Jewish person. What you did for this? I put you here to let you to have your chance to accelerate yourself and rise yourself in a spiritual level, not to be like the animals, not to be like the lowest of the lowest, not to be like the Dead Sea, that only death. Be like the Kinneret, like the Sea of the Galilee. Give away, learn, be smart, and you just blow it up. Be'ezrat Hashem, our time is running, and I have a lot of things to continue here. So Be'ezrat Hashem, I really, really want to express my thanks to all the listeners, to all the people that really support us and trying to help us. And I want to say to all of you and to myself, we will stay strong and just we continue more further higher and higher with all the obstacles. And people, maybe people are not believe about it, but a lot of obstacles. And we need your help, we need your support, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we will continue giving our point of view and idea. And I want to say to thanks all the people, really all the people, from the Tomchei Shabbat, from our people that's running the organization, and bringing food to the needy, giving some money to support Khatan Vekala, all this stuff, the shul, and everyone that's running and helping us, and to my family. And above all, I want to say thanks to Kadosh Baruch Hu that give us the idea and all the best. So thank you very much and all the best.
Anywhere, anytime, for everyone. This is jrootradio.com.
Ay, 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 shalom aleichem, malachei ashoreis, malachei elyon mi melech, malchei amlochim, oy HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Eishes hayil nimtza, rachayk mipni nimichra Botach bo leiv bala Vishalala yechzar Gimalasutay vilayra Ay kol yimei chayeha Ay darshat zemeru fishnim Vatas bechefetz kapeha Ay sakani ay saicher Mi mechata vilachma Vatokami ay laila Vatitin teref leveis avil chayklin aroy seha Ay 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 shah